child with his mother, like a weaned child, I am content. What does it mean to be feeling content? It means to be feeling peace.
Yeah.
Right? To feel that peace.
Amen.
So what is the effect of a mother? It is peace. What do we say at the end of our service? May the peace of God, which passes all understanding, keep your hearts and minds in the knowledge of God and the love of his Son.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And so it's in the same spirit of the peace of God, right, that we experience the love of our mothers.
Amen.
St. John Coltrane, one of the most accomplished and creative musicians who followed the will of God and became that skillful musician of whom the Lord sought,
Yeah.
and channeled that divine essence through his womb. And as was done in the Bible, in the book of Jericho, right? He drew inspiration from his own mother.
Oh,
You
yeah.
may not know this, but St. John Coltrane's mother was an aspiring concert singer.
Come on. Yeah.
And it seems to be the case that she may have had the joy of benefiting, through living vicariously through John Coltrane's success. Right? When we think about the inspiration of St. John Coltrane, we have to acknowledge his mother. She was a musician. She was a singer.
Yeah.
Inspirations in his life. As he grew up to achieve his goal, the influence of his community and his mother served as a foundation. So when you hear that divine sound that leaped down from the throne of heaven out of the very mind of God and incarnated in one St. John Coltrane, you hear a sound of distillation, a sound of holiness, a sound of purification. That joyful noise made unto the Lord, you hear the inertial effects of motherhood in St. John Coltrane's life.
Amen.
The women in his life were pivotal for success,
Yeah.
just like the aforementioned kings in the Bible. So in the same way that the kings of the Bible leaned on the wisdom of their mothers, St. John Coltrane could not be who he was today without the inspiration of his mother. And so, it is Mother's Day, church. Amen. I'm not going to keep you all day. I prefer substance over, duration. So let me offer some concluding remarks, right? How does this extend towards how we treat one another? If the lesson that we have is the importance of selflessness for the benefit of those in the community and those that come after us, then that inherently entails values such as altruism, the cultivation of dispositions conducive to charitable actions, the desire to see unity rather than division.
Yeah.
All of these values are wrapped up in motherhood and demonstrated for us. So for those of us who are blessed enough to have a mother we can hug and thank for the contributions in our lives, I hope we use this Mother's Day to do that.
Amen.
Christ would want the same.
Amen.